In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all my goals for 2025. Now, if you watched my last video, you will know that 2025 started with a huge life change, and that was the arrival of my daughter, Robin. Last year, I set myself 10 goals to work towards, but this year, with the arrival of Robin, 10 goals seems far too unattainable. And so, for that reason, here are my 5 goals for 2025. This year, I would like to do lots and lots and lots of drawing. Last year, I completely prioritized making short form video, but in doing so, I completely neglected image making in general. Now, the reason that I prioritized short form video over image making last year was because of the social media platforms. Basically, all of the platforms tend to lean more towards video than they do still images. So I thought if I made videos about the illustration work that I was making, that would help for me to get those images in front of people that were going to commission me, but that wasn't really the case. Last year, I had a big drop off in new commissions, and part of that is to do with the economic climate, and perhaps the other part is to do with the fact that I just didn't really share that much illustration work. Whilst I'll be deprioritizing short form content, this year I would like to post a lot more full-length YouTube videos on this YouTube channel. I have a few friends that do YouTube, and most of them focus on long form rather than short form content. When I look at websites like Social Blade, I get a lot more views than most of those people, but they seem to do way better at building audience. Long form seems to be way stickier than short form content in regards to building audience, and I kind of need an audience if I want to stand out and do exciting stuff. This year, I'm going to make a lot more personal work, and I'm going to do a better job of filming me making that personal work for you guys to see. I'm also thinking about starting to do videos where I talk about topics relating to art, illustration, graphic design, and screen printing. If you've got any ideas of things that you'd like to see me talk about, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section of this video. In 2025, I would like to put on an exhibition. Now, last year I sat down and I started to look at the costings for doing an exhibition, and the costs were eye-watering. The price, teamed with the slowing of work and the imminent arrival of my daughter, made it incredibly hard to commit to spending $5,000 on a solo show in London. Whilst the show never happened, all was not lost. I spent a lot of time thinking about the sort of art I'd like to make and the sort of exhibition that I'd like to put on. And some of those ideas are actually fairly cost efficient. I think it would be really good to do an exhibition where I can showcase my screen prints. I think it'd be a really nice opportunity to meet some of you guys that tune into this YouTube channel. Ultimately, I want to be an artist, and artists put on exhibitions. If I want to realize this goal, I'm going to have to make some dosh, and this leads me to my next goal. This year, I'm going to do a lot more client outreach. Last year's strategy of posting stuff online and hoping that people commission me just didn't really work, and I need to be much more proactive in getting work. I need to get off my high horse and get into the trenches and start pedaling for work. Lots of my friends around me are doing this, and they seem to be doing quite well with it, and so I need to follow suit and do the same. That means emailing people, organizing portfolio meetings, submitting work to competitions, applying to residencies, and getting my butt to private views to meet potential clients. Whilst I didn't manage to do that much outreach last year, I did put together a mail out. The next video on this YouTube channel will be about making that mail out, and hopefully when I've got a few posted, work should pick up. I sort of abandoned outreach quite a few years ago, mainly just because work has always been really steady for me. But work is no longer steady for me, and I can't just sit on my hands and wait for work to come in. Particularly not now I'm a dad. And if I have to get a part-time job or a full-time job, it makes it significantly harder for my partner, Lizzie, to return back to work. And it also means that I get to spend less time with my daughter, Robin. That leads me to my last goal for 2025. In 2025, my biggest and most important goal is just to try and be a good dad. This year has already been a pretty monumental year. And if I'm being honest, I'm already feeling an immense amount of pressure. Money is tight. The world seems to have become a really scary place, and people seem to be mad. But in spite of that, I'm going to keep my head up, I'm going to keep my cool, I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to stay present. After all, there is now a little person that is relying on me, and I can't fuck that up. So, to summarize, in 2025, I would like to do more drawing, publish more long-form videos, put on an exhibition, do more outreach, and try and be a good dad. Those were my goals for 2025. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, go well. Bye.